Hey, it's Jamel Carr, author of High Five to Winning Why Winners Win, master of the high five. And I just wanted to speak to y'all real quick about something that's been baffling the NBA world, but something I find that's baffling that they're baffled about. And that's this Denver Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves series. Like, I don't understand how everybody wrote them off, thought that it was over, and now are surprised that Denver is back. I'm going to give you 5 quick things on why I believe and why I didn't believe Denver was done in the beginning and now why they're about to win this series. First of all, nobody is talking about the fact that there were 4 days in between the second game and the third game of this series. Now, when you look over the other series, tell me which other series has 4 days in between any games. Let me help you out. 0. None. None of them have 4 days in between. So Denver had 4 days to come off of that whooping that they got in game 2 and get themselves together. Now, that was a huge factor because, one, Jamal Murray was hurt. He wasn't feeling well. His calf was hurting, and you could see it in the game. So that gave them time to heal, not only heal, but get a game plan together. The second thing, everybody's talking about this. Jamal Murray wasn't suspended for throwing a towel as well as throwing a heating pad on the floor. So let me get this right. You get a tech for looking at the ref wrong. You can get ejected for getting 2 techs for saying something to the ref wrong. But if you throw something at the ref, not once, but twice, you just get a $25,000 fine. And I only say $25,000 because he got a $100,000 fine, but he also did the money sign, and we all know that that's worth $75,000 based off of the Rudy Gobert fine that he got. So, 4 days, Jamal Murray gets to play in game 3. And then something that I've heard no one talk about in that game 2 win. Minnesota got 8 3-pointers from Naz Reid, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 8 3-pointers from those 2 players. Guess how many they've had since that time? 6. They got 8 in 1 game and 6 in 3 games. So why was that the case? Because Rudy Gobert was out. So Naz Reid had more opportunity to not only shoot, but now he gets away from the basket and he brings Joker away from the basket, and now he's getting 3-pointers. That brings me to my 4th point. You got the MVP and Joker. Now, if you allow him to just play offense and not worry about defense, guess what? He's going to cook you just like he did. He cooked them because he doesn't have to play defense. He's playing against Rudy Gobert. Who has to play defense on Rudy Gobert? Nobody. So, yes, he's getting his points on the offensive end, but guess what? He doesn't have to work on the defensive end. And then he can get those rebounds and throw those long passes because he's not pulled away from the basket like he was in that game 2 where he had to defend Naz Reid, and Naz Reid was spending more time on the outside shooting 8 3-pointers, hitting 4 of them, and that gave them an advantage. And then the last thing was, so this is the 5th point, you put the ball in the hands of your best player. Now, don't get me wrong, Jamal Murray won 2 big games against the Lakers, but he was handling the ball too much in those first 2 games, especially not feeling 100%. So you got someone that's handling the ball, that's not feeling 100%, that's dribbling, 18 seconds out of the 24-second clock, and he's not able to distribute the ball the way that the MVP can. So now you put the ball in the hands of the MVP. He's bringing the ball up. He's being able to run pick and roll. He's able to run brush screens, get to the hoop, all of these type things because the ball is in his hands. And this goes back to the first point. They had 4 days to come up with the corrections that they needed to be able to fix whatever everyone thought was their demise. So everyone thought that the series was over after 2 games, which is nonsense. No one looked at the fact that they had 4 days in between game 2 and game 3 to figure this out. And they did what champions do, but they did what winners do. They went back, they prepared, they worked, they studied, they put together their plan, and they came out as a team and they did what they had to do. So I don't know why everyone is baffled by this. I don't know why everyone was saying that the series was over, but now I've given you 5 reasons why I believe that the series was never over after game 2 and that Denver had a shot to win. Thanks to scheduling, thanks to not reprimanding, but then also thanks to them putting in the work that they needed to do over those 4 days to get their game back on track. So for all of you that are baffled, Greeny, Stephen A, Big Perk, Colin, all of you all that are baffled, I just gave you 5 reasons on why this series was never over and why Denver is back in it and probably will win it. All right. If you have any questions, hit me up. High Five to Winning, Why Winners Win. Check out the book. This is the master of the high five, Jamel Carr. Check me out. Talk to you later. Peace.